Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about Week 1 game
It's
predictions.
about time. Greatest time of the year is upon us.
Start of the NFL season.
Nothing better.
Starting off with the Packers at the Bears.
Less than 48 hours away. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is great.
He'll keep the game close.
He plays his division very well. He seemingly owns the Bears over his past decade, but
I see the Bears in this one.
I agree. I think the Bears take this one not handily, but it's.
I see it
Soldier-
close.
It's at Soldier
Within
Field,
10.
and I think that defense just gets too much for Aaron. So.
Yeah. Well, next game we have up is the Chiefs at Jacksonville Jaguars, which that's honestly
This could be the game of the early. This could be a game of the early day though, because Jacksonville's defense could surprise because it is in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Now you always
it's
have
true.
to look at that because defense doesn't always travel, but when it's at home and you got that crowd noise behind you, third down.
Nick Foles, see what he
got
can
that-
do.
Yeah, that's why
His
I'm not
debut.
very confident, and I'm saying the Chiefs win by probably 14.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs on that one. Atlanta at Minnesota Vikings.
This one, I mean, I don't know about you, is a little bit tougher to pick because both teams are good. Both teams are expected to
Minnesota
do well.
always plays well at home.
Minnesota does because they're both dome teams, so
Yeah.
they're not going to be affected going inside. That dome is they have that horn for third downs that past superstars, some celebrity blows. That's always a emotion getter. They have two great receivers, but they have Kirk Cousins, and I'm going to pick Matt Ryan over Kirk Cousins. Give me Atlanta by. I'm not going to do spreads. We're not doing spreads.
No.
We're not very educated in that field, but I say Atlanta, not easily, but decently. It'll be 2 possession game.
I
Atlanta's.
think Atlanta's winning in a 1-possession game.
Wow.
I think that the Vikings defense is good enough to hold them within the game for a long extended period of time, but at the end of the day, Matt Ryan is a much greater quarterback than Kirk Cousins is. And I thinking the Falcons are probably going to pull out.
You say a field goal game? They just did re-sign Matt Bryant.
I think it's going to be kind of like the field goal game, if not 2 field goals or a touchdown.
Maybe, but I think Atlanta ends up kneeling it out, win.
Yeah. Well, next game is not the best of games.
This is pretty easy to pick now. In the past years, it probably would have been harder to pick, but Cleveland's at home.
Tennessee at Cleveland.
Tennessee's just
What's going on?
there are
with
question
Tennessee?
marks, but so is Cleveland. Like Cleveland
Yeah.
has question marks, but they're
I'm
at
going
home.
with the Browns.
They get their season opener at home to play in front of that Cleveland crowd that pretty much deserves something.
I'm going
And-
with the Browns by
yeah.
over like 15.
I say it's double-digit win.
Yeah. And then next on division rivals, Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets.
This is what you call a trash game because a trash team is going to end up 1-0.
Yeah. And that trash team is going to be the New York Jets.
New York Jets. Bills don't have a chance. Not necessarily against the Jets, but they just don't have a chance to really become a 500 team. This is just going to be a game that they, for some reason, lose because it's at MetLife. So.
Another easy game to predict is the Ravens at the Dolphins. I mean,
Ooh.
we want to see what Lamar Jackson can do, but we're not going to be able to see it in week 1 because this Dolphins defense is terrible.
You can't predict Lamar's season over this game because it's going to be Baltimore by at least 20. I'm confident in saying that. And I'm going to say 20 because it's him. Now, if it was Flacco, I could have said maybe 30 because of passing attack. But can Lamar throw, or is the clock going to drain every drive?
Yeah.
So I say it's at least probably a 3-touchdown
The Ravens
game.
are winning this game.
Yeah,
That's easy. Another division rivals, the Redskins at Philly. This one's a little bit more tough, just in the simple fact that the Redskins always play the Eagles pretty tough.
right.
But Eagles at home.
The Philly or Washington doesn't have firepower.
Yeah.
Philly does.
I'm taking the Eagles all the way.
This next game, LA Rams at Carolina Panthers. This probably should be the game of the day because you have 2 playoff caliber teams, one just coming off a Super Bowl loss, and one team that has Super Bowl aspirations.
Yeah.
They're both. I could see both teams easily making the playoffs. Maybe not Carolina as easy as the Rams, but I still think the Rams.
The Rams are gonna win this game,
regardless, because Cam Newton might not be at 100%.
Yeah, and you need Cam Newton 100% even to be hopeful for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Next game, Colts and Chargers. That's
this game went from
being a real good potential game,
or possibly maybe go as far as saying a potential playoff matchup.
Yeah.
To Chargers by
a landslide.
Yeah.
And then the next game's also a landslide. Bengals at Seattle.
I mean,
Seattle's
Seattle will win, but I don't
Seattle's
see it. Seattle, it's a game in the CenturyLink field. It's incredibly hard to play there.
Yeah.
That stadium's built for loud noise, and the 12th man in Seattle is second to none.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, can they score? Like, Russell Wilson's going to get you points. He's going to get you down the field, but who's he, if they're, first and goal, who's he going to? They don't have Marshawn Lynch behind him.
No.
They don't have Jimmy Graham. They don't have Doug Baldwin. They don't have that Super Bowl team.
Tyler Lockett, but...
They have Tyler Lockett, but he's also short.
Yeah.
He's not going to... Now, will DK Metcalf play? Because if they have him, that's who Wilson can throw it to. But I still see Seattle winning this game because Cincinnati's going to have a rough year.
And the next one up, New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys. With Zeke back, potentially.
With the recent news that Zeke is now back in Dallas working on a deal that could be done the next couple hours.
Yeah.
Maybe by the time this video's up. And I was going to say Cowboys regardless. But
and then another pretty trash game. 49ers at Tampa Bay.
49ers.
49ers are going to win by a
I don't
landslide.
see the Niners being terrible. Because I could even see them competing with Seattle for the second in that division. But Tampa Bay, there's no chance. That's brutal. There's no chance.
And then
another game that neither team deserves to start the season 1-0, but one's going to.
Lions at Cardinals, and the Lions are going to win this one.
I trust Matt Stafford over Kyler Murray. It's simple as that. Now
the Sunday night matchup, Steelers at Patriots.
Ironically, we started this podcast and our favorite two teams were,
going head to head. Week 1.
It's always tough to play in New England, but I'm not picking against the Steelers. I'm just not. You'll see that as a trend this whole year. I'm not picking against my team because that doesn't make... I mean, you could say, biased fan. Attack me, whatever you want. I don't pick against the Steelers, no matter who the heck they play.
I'm going with the Patriots in this one. Just like you touched up, it's hard to win in Gillette Stadium. It is. But this is the time frame, like the month of September. If you're going to beat the Patriots Gillette, it's now.
But you also got to figure, it is a ring ceremony. So I can see where you're coming from, but aside from just being a fan of theirs.
Yeah.
But the Steelers have never beaten Brady in Gillette, and I'd really like that to change before he retires.
Monday night game, Houston at New Orleans Saints.
This is a good game.
This will be a good game.
Two teams
think when it comes down to it, the Saints are going to pull ahead.
The Saints are a better team. Saints are a better team.
Yeah.
The Texans lost Clowney. J.J. Watt's going to be able to get as much pressure as he can, but Drew Brees is Drew Brees. No matter what pressure you put in his face, he's probably going to complete a pass that makes, he makes the hard throws look easy. So.
And then
finally,
last game,
Denver at Oakland.
And I'm actually going with the Raiders in this one.
I will disagree.
Simple fact that the Raiders are at home. Exciting team. They'll have the crowd going, kind of. And I like Derek Carr over Joe Flacco.
Yeah, that might just be you because Flacco won a Super Bowl. He's not that caliber player anymore. But I will choose experience over. The Raiders haven't meshed yet, and AB still doesn't look like he wants to be there.
No, but
you got your primary target that's going to complain about a helmet more than learning the playbook.
Yeah, but they also have Tyrell Williams there.
Yeah, they do.
I'm more confident in him than AB.
Like you said about the crowd, this is going to be their last home opener in Oakland.
Yeah.
And those crazy people over there. They can't affect the game other than getting in Flacco's head on third down.
Yeah. So. Well, this one wraps up week 1. Hopefully, in the next video, we'll have our first NHL content going up.
Let's hope that we get back to you with a good record. And, you guys in the comments can leave your predictions because we want to hear it too, and we want to make sure that.
Yeah, we want to hear from you guys.
Yeah, we want to see if you guys can beat us or if we can beat each other. Which we have 2 games that are different, so we could possibly tie, or one of us will take a commanding lead. We don't know.
Yeah.
But just let us know, and we'll see you next week for the recap of Week 1.